You can get a peek into any of these other matches. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get Richard versus Terrarius. Alrighty, so oh man, that is a crazy upset. So we'll see here. I'm gonna have to hit refresh. I gotta know what's going on with my stream here. I don't want you all to get fuzzy. I need you to be able to at least identify the units. Okay, it was just my one instance of the stream. That's funny. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna get one of these other hopefully we are going to get Terrarius coming in. Hopping in. Alright, Terrarius, if you could deafen and stream, that'd be much appreciated, friend. And we're gonna get your series up in here, and if you could, if you could post up what the count is whenever you get the chance, like whether 1-0, 1-1, whatever, that would be much appreciated. And we're gonna get into the stream of Terrarius versus RICHARD420 here, the other winner's side match.
One guy's trash is another's trash.
Terrarius, my apologies. Alright, and Terrarius, please deafen in Discord. I will not be casting until you are deafened. When you get the chance, of course. I know you're in the middle of a close game here. Not muted, deafened.
Overcompensating?
So folks, only reason we're not getting any commentary on the game is Terrarius hopping in the middle of this game to stream it for us. Very kind of him. Oh my gosh, what a close game. So we're just gonna let them focus.
Anger is petty.
Pushy, pushy. Breaking records and hearts. Hope you like bombs. I lost the gift receipt.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Plain safe.
Feeling it, huh?
Alrighty, what a game one. We didn't see the whole thing, but we only saw part of it. I'm assuming that was game one. Terrarius, well played. If you could kindly let us know the count, what the count is, 1-1 or something, and then deafen so we can cast over this. You need to not just be muted, you have to hit the headphones next to the mute button. Do you not? Oh, wait. Ah. Sweet. Alrighty, so Terrarius is definite. And I see I have a Sicknick in the chat.
Hey, what's up? I'm just popping in just to watch the games.
All my co-casters abandoned me.
Yeah, I just got plans. I'm sorry. I'll be back in probably a couple of hours.
All right, so we have the score. That was game one. Terrarius losing game one. Very close one, it looked like. Shoutouts to Terrarius for he answering the call mid-game. They did not have to do that, so big shoutouts for them. But Sicknick, you missed it. We had a huge upset. Witcher went down 2-0 to Pope DARPA.
That's definitely an upset.
Yeah, good. I mean, Extilior rush into the Zax.
Nice.
Yeah. Either way, this is why we have Extilior, or not Extilior, Witcher earned the right for a second life in this upper bracket by doing so well in his group stage, so he'll get that second chance, and maybe this time Dope Parpa doesn't get Orbital Strike 2 games in a row. Not to admit, Dope Pope DARPA. Wow. Pope DARPA played very well and knew exactly when to pull the trigger pull the kill button, but oh man, I'm excited. This has been already a fun bracket, and I don't know, I'm taking the group stage because double elim. We were 4 or 5 hours in by the time we're at this stage of the bracket. All right, game number 2 between RICHARD420 and Terrarius. RICHARD420 taken down in a very close game 1. We only got to see the end of it. Now we see them both coming in here. Game number 2, Terrarius looking to close the door on this with a 2-0 here. Richard wanting to pull themselves back into the game. Remember, we talked about how important that first move is. Do they box themselves in, or do they give themselves the options? And sometimes boxing yourself in isn't the worst thing if you have a defensive lineup. But those options are so important, because then it's like, all right, my opponent, am I going left? Am I going right? My opponent has to decide. Oh, my opponent's banking I'm going left. I'm going to go right. So now half your crew is over here. But we see that Richard has opted into sitting in this corner. Zax does have a lot of tools to be okay with being boxed in. So that's not the worst decision, but we'll see how it pans out.
I'm right over here.
All right, we have Yurga versus Witcher coming up in the loser's bracket. That's definitely one I'm gonna want to stream here. I want to say.
Didn't sleep last night.
So congrats to Airsick Lowlander for making tying for 7th place in our bracket today. Okay, so we see Terrarius has really set themselves up here. It's like, all right, I know you're baiting me with something, Richard. I see that you have, and I have corrosive and orbital. Oh, this is gonna be devastating. And Richard hasn't dropped. Oh, they must have picked off the unit. Okay, no, Richard straight up hasn't dropped anything. Oh, the paint job though. Why has Richard not dropped anything? With a single grab disc, Richard's gonna take with the corrosive particles in this next turn. If I am Terrarius, I'm waiting. Oh, this is only turn 3. Okay, I was like, why has Richard not dropped anything? If I am Terrarius, I'm chilling. I'm big chilling. I'm gonna pull up and be ready to drop the hurt on next turn, or even now if I think I can get the shot. If not, setting up to take these shots on the next turn. Yeah. Oh my god, he hits that. He can hit that. That's crazy. Yeah, if I am Terrarius, I got so lucky with my draw of ship assists. I am going to sit, and I'm going to wait, and I'm going to use the full force that I have available to me to corrosive particle, orbital strike. That miss, I do not care. Like, this guy is going, this Zax, because Richard boxed themselves into this corner, they can box. Everyone's in range. Oh my gosh, what's more the ship assist here? Richard trying to move out. Misses.
Reflection.
That's so unfortunate.
Come closer. I won't bite.
Alrighty, so we also have reports parallel and Eskel's games finished. I'm waiting to see what the count is for that. And here it comes. Now, Torian being on the board does not make this play as guaranteed as it once was.
Ingredients.
If they hit this,
Random hormones.
they need to hit this. Yeah, if they need to hit, they need to go for it here so they can get as much damage on the Zax as possible. Take the 60% chance, I think. It's the best chance you're going to get. There, oh, there it is. Seize initiative. So it's going to be 6 plus 1 extra for each hit from this Maximus. That's 10 more damage they're going to take. Corrosive Particles Orbital Strike is so insane as a combination. And Eskel did take it 2 over Parallel. Parallel got some really good wins today, so good on them, making it tied for 7th. That's it. That's it. I keep saying that. This game is very indicative as to why some of these ship assists are getting a look at by the devs right now in this moment. We know that is happening. I believe Orbital Strike will be have a 1 turn delay. I don't know what they're looking at for Corrosive Particles, if they are going to change that one. I don't think that's the most it's strong, but they're definitely going to be changing up Orbital Strike, as well as a few other ones. They've already changed Cinder Infusion from the play test, because this is 3 out of the last 4 games have really been determined by that Orbital Strike. Good lifeline, 5 health they're going to have to chip through, but there is the damage on the board with Taria's Rapid Fire. Torian's the big thing that could keep you alive here.
Come on, everyone, look alive. Team huddle. Can't rush an artist.
Troubleshooter here.
Alrighty, sorry about that, douche. But there's the shrapnel. Zax getting him out, getting himself out. So RICHARD420, we have seen him. He's been the wizard of the tournament, turning seemingly lost games into victories. Oh, could have dissed him out. Yeah, Pope Darpa, you're correct. Could have dissed him out of the. I didn't even think about that. Dissed him out of the Torian aura. Oh, but they get lethal. Well, either way, killing the Torian, because they would not have had lethal on the last turn with 2 more shots, so.
At your service.
Pew. Ooh. Richard does have 1 more turn. And again, we have seen Richard pull these out. I sincerely do not, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, I sincerely do not think that he can pull this one out. But we have seen Richard pull some wacky stuff today. So you know, you can never count out RICHARD420. Can't believe I just said that name. Oh, and the corrosive. They had corrosive in return. Oh, oh no. Did it themselves. They knew it. Respect. I can respect it. Oh, GG. Game 1 was clearly a close one, but game 2 just got swung from that play. Oh, I got the sniffles today. Alrighty. So, that is the first round. That is it's best of 3, not best of 5. So Richard and Terrarius, that should be it. I'm gonna make this clear for Terrarius. So, alrighty. So I believe that was Terrarius taking out Richard. I reported this score incorrectly. Thank you to Parallel being a good sport, pointing that out to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hot, dead,
Oh,
and dead.
what is going on here?
Now it's a party.
It's a best of 3, friends, not best of 5.
Gang's all here.
Well, we'll see here. So, we have Witcher versus Yurga, though. Yeah, Terrarius and... Oh, no.
Breaking records and hearts.
Wait! Who won game 1? Was that Richard or Terrarius who won game 1? Oh, Terrarius won game 2. I keep doing this wrong. Okay, Terrarius won game 2. Richard won game 1. This is game 3. My apologies. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ah! Ah!
Ready for my close-up.
Just look like you're thinking.
Okay. Mission solved. Problem solved. Problem solved. Alrighty. So, this game number 3 here between RICHARD420 and Terrarius. Alright, Richard got that Maximus out. Yeah, sorry about that, folks, for... Oh.
We see.
Alright, well, I mean... So, the Maximus has this rapid fire, which means it's going to hit twice. And so, Dorving, what do you want to know about it? I have no problem helping with that.
Now we're talking.
So the Vortex being pulling them out here. Let's see, I think he was lethal. Alrighty, so here's the decision. We have the Taria out for Terrarius. So that's going to make them a pretty potent combo. That could be 6 damage popped out from both of them in one turn. The Maximus here with only 6 health could be taken out. We see them using the Maximus with its rapid fire and then move to try and kind of wiggle in and out. As Maximus can, when it does damage, it can move again.
So defensive.
Oh man, Terrarius has Orbital Strike again. That's going to be really swingy here. Orbital Strike dealing 3 damage and a big AoE. We do see they're going to probably try and take out this Maximus. They do have the ability to do that with a Taria Seize Initiative to give someone a rapid fire, so they attack twice. So between both Zax and Taria, they get 6 damage total. Oh, that's a Deadeye. Never mind. So a Deadeye, for those of you that do not know, the Deadeye increases your hit chance by, I think, 25%? Themselves or someone next to them. And then Broken Vengeance coming, or Furia here. I haven't seen too much Furia in any of the games that we've had streamed. That, yeah, it's Deadeye. I see that, Pope DARPA. Whoops. Interesting decision here for Terrarius if they want to pull out Furia. I like the Furia. There isn't much pressure being shown by Richard. Furia can sit there and get a couple stacks in, and heck, Furia with the one turn of a 5er on the next turn when you have Orbital Strike. Furia gonna take the 1 damage, go up by 3 damage. On this next turn, put the Deadeye on the Furia. %. Arya is 75%, Barrison. So, oh, and Richard's walking into it. What does Richard have? Cinder Infusion. Richard has to drop something big here. That's a waste of a Cinder Infusion, though, because Cinder Infusion gives you the 2 extra Cinder and gives you that heal, but that 2 extra Cinder goes on to, you can see how it keeps track of the Cinder left over from the net the previous turn. That is where that Cinder comes from, so you're really wasting. He just lost 1 Cinder that his ship assist would have given him because he already filled it out. Now this is going to be a pretty big hit. Took 2 pot shots onto the Furia, trying to kill it. That could have been a dead Furia if both of those shots hit, which is why Richard thought they could move up to get that line of sight. Amplifier Beetle increasing everyone's damage around him by 1. So that could have been a dead Furia. There's the Blindsider. This is going to hurt so much. This Orbital Strike on all 3 of them. Everything that Richard has just dropped to develop on the board could be wiped here. This is why, remember, ship assists are hidden, and this is why when you see you're going into turn 3 or turn 4, specifically turn 4, oh, they haven't played one of their ship assists, you must assume it's Orbital Strike at the current stage of the game. Because that's going to happen. You will get Orbital Struck. Using the Fury to get rid of the Blindsider. I like it. I would have just gone for eating the Blindsider to do a lot of damage to the Captain, because I like just focusing the Captain down. I am an Extiliar player, but this is probably the best move because the board that Richard has just developed is completely wiped now. Richard is just having to sit here and kind of have to develop the board again while being boxed in. Oh, Richard just surrendered, calling it right there. So GG's to Richard. And that is going to be 2-1 in favor of Terrarius. I want to make sure I see that is correct.